Hey, I hope I'm okay. How are you?
I'm very tired. I'm packing, but I'm so tired.
Yeah. What do you think's gonna happen next?
What do you mean?
Well, basically, Anya just gave me a very funny phone call. Pretty much, I would consider it
What?
evidence in a murder trial, is what it is. Evidence in a.
What did she say? What did
Oh,
she say?
well, I could give. If you check my Discord, yeah, in your room at the bottom of the thing called the audio tape, there's some recordings. But yeah, Kanna, basically in the words of Anya at the start of the conversation, something like "I got you," and then literally, basically admitting to something approaching a murder, or at least that's what it looks like. I think I'm at least going to report it to TPS homicide, and I'll be calling them up.
What is TPS?
Toronto Police Services homicide.
Be careful, Loki. That's why they got you there. You don't want to be. If this gonna actually play against you if you involve police again. Why that?
I'm sure of
They
that,
might
but
give you a reason to hold you longer there. But tell me what happened.
well, Kanna, were you involved? Did you do it? Like literally,
No,
did.
I did. What do I do? What? Tell me.
Well, you've been
Tell me.
close to me the whole
I didn't
time,
do
and
anything.
if you didn't do it, that's fine then. Look, then you haven't heard the tapes, you haven't heard the evidence. I would say taking this to the police is absolutely the right thing to do. In fact, if for some reason I can't call the police, I'm gonna need you to do it on my behalf and tell them to come,
No,
come.
I don't want anything on police involved. I'm not gonna volunteer for that. But tell me so that I understand what's going on.
You would have to hear the tape, Kanna.
I'm sorry, I cannot. I am still behind of everything.
Do you care about me at all? Do you care if I die? Do you care if I live or die?
But just talk to me. You're talking to me right now. Can you at least give a little explanation so that I know what's going on? Why did Onya threaten you to kill you? What? Why do you get them? How did it happen?
There's too much to discuss. Like quite literally, it is over the course of the audio tape that you understand it and you hear it, and you're there now.
I
Like,
will listen, but I need to
look,
explain to you what's
Connor, listen,
going
I can't explain it all to you. Quite literally,
on.
what I want from you is just literally be my friend. Tell me you're
I
my
will.
friend and tell me you love me.
I am.
And yeah,
I am your
if
friend.
you're my enemy, if you're not my friend, then that's fine too. Literally, I just
No,
want to
I
hear from
am
my
your
friend,
friend.
and I want to hear you love me. If you murdered me tonight, I want to hear my friend
No,
loves me.
I'm
Is the
not
issue?
going to murder you. I will. I want. I'm on your
Well then, look.
side. I don't know
If you
how to
think,
temper.
you
I'm
don't
just
have to
gonna tell
tell me.
you.
You don't have to tell. I believe you're on my side, and if you're not, I still want to talk to my friend. And the other thing is like, literally, I know you think that maybe it's not a good idea to call the police. No, I assure you, that's the wise thing to do at this point.
But tell me what
Even if
is.
it will somehow turn, I don't think it's going to turn around on me, Kana. I
But
don't think
last
it.
time, remember,
I remember many.
whenever you
Look,
involve
Kana.
police, it plays against you. I will
Maybe it
teach
does,
you
Kana,
why.
but literally, if I stay here any longer, I'll be dead. Quite literally, they will murder me. Or at least I think it's reasonable to involve the police and ask them for their assistance, and I don't think they're going to do anything, Kana. Like, literally.
Exactly. Then what? But tell me, explain to me a little. Give me a little something so that I understand what is going on.
It's on the
What did
Discord,
Onya
Kana.
say?
It's on the Discord. It's obvious to.
But I'm
Okay,
speaking to you
okay. How about
now.
this? Anya literally is involved in some sense with getting me put in this place deliberately. She's faking her Alzheimer's, is one thing. She's absolutely faking her Alzheimer's. She apparently has no Alzheimer's and
She
remembers the
does.
trial very.
She.
No, no. She remembers the trial very clearly, but doesn't remember basic details. I.e., she either has Alzheimer's and doesn't know. No, no, no. Literally, she's lying through her teeth or whatever. Either way, I assure you, calling the police is the right answer, even if they're
But
working for the enemy. Like literally, it is the right time to call them because the evidence is here now. So,
can I tell you one thing?
yes.
I know she has Alzheimer. You know how?
How?
Because when I talk to her, she remembers certain things she does not remember.
Yeah.
I noticed that. So I am certain she has
Kana, look,
Alzheimer's.
if anything approaching what it seems like is going on, I might probably wouldn't get much redress in court, but I don't think I'm going to be consumed by the. I think it is wise to call the police at this point, but I don't care about
But
that
you're
too much.
already in the clinic. Nobody can harm you there.
Yes, they can. Quite literally, they can harm me from within here. But if I call the police now, it can be prevented. Is the issue? If I call the police now, it can be prevented. And ultimately, if the police are going to do any worse to me, then whatever. I will do my best, and I will quite literally, Kanna, I cannot explain everything I heard on that audio tape. I can just tell you, guaranteed, there's something going on.
Just give me one example what she said. One
Kanna, I don't. Okay, Kanna, just stop for a second. Can you stop asking for evidence? Can you just listen?
I just want to understand.
Kanna, it's all on the audio
My
tape.
friend
Just
is
stop.
in trouble. I want to help you, but I have to know what's going on in order to help you.
At a bare minimum, that capacity board should not have locked me in here on the basis of Anya's evidence. I think at a bare minimum we can challenge this in this verdict in court very easily, for sure. And then literally, I do not remember the detail. I remember listening to the tape, and I know for sure that this is something. At a bare minimum, I'm about to be released because they made a mistake. More likely, there's something else going on. But yeah, Anya is faking her fucking Alzheimer's, or if she's not faking her Alzheimer's, then they're using evidence that she used in court as a basis for fucking. No, quite literally, Con. This is the right time to call the police, even if the police are involved. It's the right time to call the police. I don't care about that, and please stop asking for details and evidence. I don't want details and evidence. I'm afraid a little bit. I want to talk to my love, the woman I love. I don't care about the fucking evidence. No, just stop. Kanna.
I will support you whatever you do.
Thank you.
And I cannot force you.
And Kanna, if you fly away tomorrow, and I never see you again, that's okay too. I want to talk to my love. In fact, I'd probably like a video. In fact, here I'm gonna hang up and do a video call. Hold on a second. Where is it now? Where's WeChat? Huh? Allow, please. Oh God, no. WhatsApp is issue. Okay. Kanna, just look. It's you. I love you. No, I can see you, Kanna. Okay. Hurry up, Kanna. Hurry up, Kanna. There's other ways to go. Come on. Hurry up, Kanna. Okay, Kanna, can you hear me now? I can hear you. Can you hear me? Okay. If that's the case, then here, I'm gonna call you. That's okay. Hey, whatever. If there's nothing going on, hey, maybe I'll report it to the police. Nothing. Okay. Literally. Good Lord. Hey, can you hear me? Kanna, can you hear me? Yeah, okay, looks like maybe the implication is that no one will hear, or that police won't hear, I can't call the police, whatever. Hey, I saw your face, and I love your face. I love you, Kanna.
WhatsApp has a little slow connection that could happen.
That's fine. Kanna, just look, I'm gonna call him pretty soon, but just give me, hold on. I got some battery power. Just give me some time to talk to you. In fact, let's talk about nothing. Hey, what did you do today?
Okay. I just went to Discord. I couldn't find what you were talking about.
Did you find a room called the audio tape? In your room.
I don't know what you. I'm gonna go again.
Mhm.
So, which room
Yeah.
is it on?
Maybe I'm just being silly and hearing things that ain't there. Maybe I'm just having a silly day, gonna be held a little while longer as a silly
I know.
person. But it don't matter, Kanna. Like literally, it don't matter. Right now, I believe there's actionable evidence to call people in court and see how it goes. But look, I don't care about that.
I
Hey,
want
hey,
to help you, but I wish you would explain to me so I know what to help.
um, let me see something. Hold on a second. Wait a moment. Actually, hold on a moment. Okay, here. Um, let's go back. Hmm. Um, okay. To Kanna. Joy music lesson. The audio tape. Yeah, 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 Kanna. Audio. No. Recent. Okay. Bingo. Here we go. Send. There we go. Now, do a sentence. Send now. Yeah. Okay. Hey, Kanna. Oh, sorry.
Actually, I found the audio that now I'm listening to it.
Yeah, go ahead and listen if you.
Can I listen and call you back?
No. Give me a. Forget that. Listen to it after. Just talk to me a bit.
Okay.
There's something on that that's funny. At a bare minimum, there's something on that that's funny, huh? And look, if I'm wrong about this, then I just had a moment of paranoia for no reason, and I don't think I'm going to be in jail or arrested. Or at bare minimum, I had a flight of fancy and a little while longer in the psych ward is the only issue. But hey, look, I love you. You're my heart. I know you don't want me that way. I know you don't want to have kids with me. I love you, Kanna. In worst case scenario, I could adopt. It's not the end of the world.
No, that's not it. You and I are not.
No, no, no. I'm not suggesting that that's going to happen. No, I wasn't even suggesting that with you. I could adopt.
Okay.
I'm not.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
But you can always have baby. You just need to find a girl.
Yeah. Well, honestly, if Anya is, well, if I'm, maybe I'm being a bit paranoid because of what maybe Anya's Alzheimer's finally got to me, but I'd say I would guess maybe infected with AIDS. But if so, I can adopt. It's not the end of the world, but
But one step at a time, Loki.
no. All I'm saying is like literally, it would be wise to call the police now and just get them to check out the evidence, see if there's anything actionable, and at bare minimum, I think it would be sensible to challenge this detention in court again. I could get the court record, a few other things, and I'm a little bit scared, but mostly I just want to talk to you.
Don't be scared, Loki.
I love you, Kanna.
Don't be scared. I'm on your side, and Anya does have Alzheimer. I can guarantee you that, because I've.
Okay, well, if Anya has Alzheimer's, then maybe they shouldn't have used her as a source of information. Let's put it that way. Maybe if Anya has Alzheimer's, a lot of the information that came out in that court trial on the transcript, maybe it wasn't exactly 100% true. And maybe they should reconsider some of the decisions they made on the basis of Anya's testimony, I think, is reasonable. If Anya's just crazy with Alzheimer's and making me paranoid, that's basically the situation. But Kanna, I don't care. Like literally, it's not about convincing you about the right. I believe on that tape is evidence of what I need. But if I don't care about that, later I'm a little worried. My stomach's a bit sick. I just want to talk to
Yeah.
the woman I
I'm
love.
so
I
sorry.
just want.
I'm so sorry you're in that situation.
No, don't worry. Don't worry about later. I just want to talk to the woman. I'm not worried about myself or worried about the future. Later, I just want to talk to the woman I love. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I'm
You
gonna
can
make my.
talk to me anytime.
Yeah. Okay. Um. Well. Hey. I love
Yeah?
you. Do you remember that relationship we had? Do you remember
Yes.
that?
Yeah. Yeah.
You were so
Yeah.
beautiful, and I loved you so much. Like, listening to that, I kind of halfway wonder, hey, are you? Did you do all this? Did you work with Anya and the psychiatrists and politics and cops, everything? Literally, is it?
No, I did none of those. I can
Okay,
guarantee you
don't
that.
don't
There's
don't worry. But
trust.
no, it's not about trust. Literally, whether you're my best friend or my murderer, it doesn't matter to me. I just want to talk to the woman I love. You know, you
Yeah.
make me feel better. You make me feel
I'm
better.
glad. I'm glad. Anytime. You can talk to me anytime.
Well, I mean, if you were my murderer and there was politics involved, I think the flight to wherever you're going to be out of here, and I'll never hear from you again. But
No, I will be back. I'm just away for 5 days and I'll be back.
yeah, well, maybe maybe it'd be 5 days is the amount of time it takes me to croak, and then you're
But
back. But
even when I'm in Winnipeg, you can still call me, right?
okay,
You
well,
can still call.
I guess, yeah, I would be calling you in Winnipeg. Well,
Yes,
if you're
especially
receiving calls in
WhatsApp.
Winnipeg, yeah,
Yeah.
Connor, just shut up about whether or not it's happening or not. Literally, I just need some consolation. I need to feel better with the woman I love.
Of course.
Look, literally, here's how it works. I
Yes,
believe
yes.
on that tape is evidence that maybe I should not have been detained as much. I could probably get released when I call them, and if not, they show up and they say there's nothing here and they get lost. Not the end of the world. And maybe I just had a moment of delusion, and no harm done. And if there was anything here, yeah, it's the right time to call the police later. Quite later, if the police are involved, it's the right time to ask for their statement. Is the issue. But yeah, I'll send the info to the police now. Well, not now. No, not now. Look, I'm a little scared. I want to talk to the woman I love. Quite
Yeah,
literally.
yeah. Loki, don't be scared. I'm on your side. And Loki, I will support you whatever you do. I just want you to think it through and
Con,
try to find a safe
I don't want
place.
strategy about whether it's a good idea or not. I'm
Okay,
gonna call,
alright.
like, literally. I don't care about what is a good idea, what is a bad idea legally, what is.
Okay.
I would like to call them. I would like to send them the evidence, and I would like
Yeah.
to see if there's anything here. I'd like them to investigate. I'd like to challenge the detention in court. A few other things. Yeah, at a bare minimum, on the basis of Anya's hysterical Alzheimer's testimony. Yeah,
Mhm.
I believe I should be released at this point. I'm already on the meds, so I should be quite well. And ultimately, I was detained on the basis of Anya's testimony, which, on the basis of that audio tape, yeah, that's hysterically wrong. Like, literally, if they
Mhm.
believed her and she's just crazy, then yeah, there's some issues, and I should probably be let go. But, yeah, Kanna, here, you know what
I'm
it is?
here for you.
Just stop. I'm afraid I might die. I'm afraid I might
You are
die.
not going to die. You're not going to die, Loki. I mean, you're gonna die from old age. Just
Well,
think
old age
about it.
could, whatever. It doesn't matter what the method is or when.
But you're
So,
not gonna die.
I believe I'm afraid of maybe death now or death in 10 years from disease, something like that. That's what I'm afraid of. I don't. That's not what I'm worried about. Listen to me. It's not about reassure me whether I'm going to die or not. You have no idea, and well, if you do, it doesn't matter. Literally, I
Mhm.
feel like I might be killed soon as a result of, let's say, disease or something else. Um, Kana,
Yeah.
at a time like this, I don't want strategy on how to win, and I certainly don't want to be told,
Okay.
but I don't want to be told whether I'm going to die or not. What I want is literally my stomach is feeling a little upset. I want to talk to the
Mhm.
woman I love. No, nothing more, nothing less. You make me feel better. Even if you were the
Okay.
one who did this to me, you make me feel better, and I want to talk to you. I
Okay.
love you.
Okay. Lucky, I care for you. You have me all the time, okay?
Yeah,
I'm here to support you no matter what you do.
yeah.
I'll do everything I can to protect you and you I'm not gonna let that happen. Do not worry.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay, just calm down. Just I don't want to talk about any of these things.
Okay.
Hey, remember that relationship we had? Remember how much I
Yes.
loved you? You gave me hell, and there were a lot of times when I was in really bad state, and you were very callous. But you know, you effectively presented yourself as someone who loved me and cared. You're doing it right now, and I love you. If you're my best friend or my murderer, I love you. Oh, here's another thing. If you're my murderer, hey, immunity from prosecution for Kanna Endo, by definition. Like literally,
Look,
if
I'm
it turned,
not your murderer. I care for you.
I'm not asking if you are or not. I'm saying literally, if you are, rest assured, immunity from prosecution for Kanna Endo. If you've done any wrong, I don't think you have, and if you have, immunity from prosecution, of course. Who do you think I
Can
am?
I do video call? Can I
No,
call
no,
you
the video
video?
call doesn't work. It doesn't work.
Can
I'll.
I try once again?
No, I just want to talk to you a bit. I just want to settle my stomach a bit, and then
Yeah,
I'd like to.
sure.
Yeah, Kanna, I love you.
Yeah?
I love you.
Oh,
I love you. You're in my heart. Here, like literally, if you were my killer, you're sitting there laughing at him, and if you're no, like literally, I love you. You're a wonderful woman. You're the best woman I've ever met. Is the issue, and yeah, you know, if you see fit to, if I'm not needed in your life, then I would understand. So whatever motivated that, it's not the issue. I love you. You're my heart. I love you, heart. You are my heart. I love you, heart. You are my
Loki, I
heart.
so wish I can give you a hug. I so wish I can hold you.
What time is it? Oh, hold on. Wait, Kanna. Where
Yeah,
are you? Are you at home still?
I am. I'm packing and I'm
Can you
like,
forget about packing and come visit me? No, no joke. I know you're busy and you
no,
have to pack. I know you're literally. I'm afraid of dying. Can you come visit me before I die?
I
Literally.
am so sorry. I cannot.
Okay, then.
I'll
Okay,
come see you when I come
that's
back.
maybe a little suspect for you being innocent, but that's okay. You're not coming. That's okay. No worries. It's not a big deal, Kanna.
Oh, you're gonna stay strong, Loki. Okay, I'll see you when I'm back. All
Yeah.
right?
I guess. Well, maybe I'll never
Okay.
see. Maybe if that's a lie, I'll never see you again. But that's okay.
You
Just
will
hang out
see.
with me, and I love you. Hang out with me, and I love you. You're the best woman ever, Kanna. You're my heart and soul, and you're everything to me. If Kanna Endo decided to get rid of me, then Kanna Endo gets rid of me, and I don't think.
No, Loki, that's not true.
Mm-hmm. That's okay, but I'm not worried about whether it's true or not. I just want you to be the woman who loves me, and I want you to. No, not love me. Literally, the woman
Loki, I
who
love
cares
you
for
as a
me. Yeah, who
friend.
loves me. I'm not asking romantic love, Kanna. I know romantic love is off the table. I want to talk to the woman who loves me as a friend. Because I
Yeah,
love
I
you
love you
from the
as a
bottom of my
dear
heart.
friend. I care for you, and I want you to be well.
Yeah.
And it
Don't.
pains me to see you going through a difficult time.
No, no, no,
But
no. Don't say those things. Those are all. You know, I laugh at you suffering. I don't care, etc. No,
that's not it. No, don't say that. That's not it.
it's okay. Just be with me. I don't want to talk about those things. Literally.
Okay.
Remember the relationship we had. Remember who we were.
Yes.
Remember all those times we had, and me in those in that room, and all the times we made love and everything.
Yes.
You weren't very good at sex. You know that you were terrible at sex.
Yeah, I know.
Well, interactive. You were my killer. It was intentional to for some damn reason. But yeah, you're not good in bed, Connor.
I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. I love you.
But I gave you a good strip show. You liked it.
One strip show,
Right?
Kana. One strip show and 1.5
Oh, you
blowjobs.
liked it?
Kana,
Remember?
no, Kana, I liked it when you stripped. Yeah, and you never did it again. And you never gave me that second blowjob. And the first blowjob was terrible. Like, Kana, you are not very good in bed. And yeah, whatever.
Sorry.
Don't laugh at me.
No,
Don't,
I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at the comment because you're making fun story about me.
whatever. Just stop. That hurts.
I'm
You
so
know that
sorry. I
hurts.
don't mean to.
You
I'm
know
so
that
sorry.
hurts, Kana.
I did not know that. I didn't intend to. I'm so sorry.
Here, let me tell you. At age 19, I watched one CP. Oh, wow. Yeah, not good. And it was it was the worst mistake of my life. Yeah. One, child pornography. Once, when I was 19 years old, in 2004, with my relationship with Rosalie, it was the worst mistake of my entire life. I think, honestly, at this point, if it was even remotely actionable in court, it would be like 6 months or something. Child pornography, once. One mistake, the worst mistake I ever made in my entire history of my life. Yeah, indeed, a strip show and a terrible thing. Why do you think I'm motivated to just get rid of them at all costs? Because after they're making the worst mistake of my life at age 19, yeah, and legally actionable at age 19, but that was 14 years ago. I'm a different man now. And it was one mistake once. Yes.
Everybody makes mistakes, Loki.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine.
I can guarantee you, me and everybody makes
Hey, yeah, a mistake. I'm gonna report this to the police. If they want to take action for that 19-year-old making one mistake 14 years in the past, they can do that. I don't think it's a huge sentence, honestly. Whatever it is, I don't think it's a huge sentence. Oh, yeah, and no. Oh, mistake. Maybe the slander comes in, who fucking knows? No, there's nothing else. And there never was.
If you're truly sorry, then you have to let it go, okay?
No, Kanna, just shut up. No, when you mention a strip show, and you mention... Okay. Yeah, no, literally, this is why I bring that up. Because literally, if you're referencing that, get fucked with that. And if you're talking about the time you gave me a strip show, yeah, the adult woman, the 42-year-old woman I love more than anything, you stripped for me, Kanna, and I loved you more than anything, and I just wanted that adult relationship because that's who I am. Literally, that young man at age 19 made a big fucking mistake, but he doesn't have to be destroyed by it for his entire life. I think I've repented enough. I think I've confessed enough. I think I think I could deserve forgiveness. And legally, I think ultimately there's zero actionable stuff in court, and yeah, no, there's nothing to report. And if there's anything else, it would be some kind of weird slander campaign, and no, there is nothing. You say maybe I made a mistake. I already begin to wonder if there's anything. But no, there was nothing at any point in my life. Other than that one mistake at age 19, it was the worst mistake I ever made. And my heart is just torn to pieces thinking about that. I've never forgotten it. It's the worst thing that could possibly exist. As some people walk through life swimming in that shit. That was the worst thing that could possibly exist. It's worse than death. It's worse than anything. It's the worst thing possibly imaginable. And it's just, ugh, I cannot believe it.
I'm on your side, Loki.
Then that's fine. Kanna, just shut up about strategy. Shut up about scripture, just for God's sake. Don't mention any of those things and just let me talk about what matters. I loved you. I loved that relationship I had with you. I loved the sex we had. I loved being with you. I loved looking at your face. I loved looking at you. You beautiful woman. You're my heart and soul. You're everything to me. You're everything to me. And I like literally all I wanted my entire life. May I please just have this adult relationship with an adult woman. And I believe I deserve that. I think I've earned that. I think, honestly, not only a man can change. One pathetic sin of a 19-year-old boy, a young boy at age 19. He was not an adult. He was a 19-year-old, yeah, legally actionable. But he was not an adult. He was a child, Kanna. He was a child, and that child should not be destroyed because of one mistake he made. That child should not be destroyed because of one mistake he made a long, long time ago. It's the issue. And I love you, Kanna. And just stop. You're making me cry. Just stop. Here. Don't be sorry. Don't. And yeah, I'll report this to the police. And yeah, I'm gonna send this to the police. And sure, they can paw through it and whatever. Literally, I'm reporting this to the police. They'll hear this conversation, and yeah, I'm reporting it. But Kanna, it's just, I love you. I love you more than anything. And that relationship with you was the best time of my life. You were so beautiful, and you were so kind to me. You gave me love, you gave me respect, you gave me friendship, you gave me everything I've ever wanted. If you were my traitor, that was an effective way to fuck me over from someone who really, really was motivated. But I loved you, and I still love you. I can't stop loving you. I wish you could be my wife. I wish you could be my wife, Kanna. I love you. Just stop. Let's just think. Hey, remember that time we sat in the park? Remember that time we sat in the park and I told you that story about when I was a 16-year-old boy, and the pictures of the corpses at the university in Galway. Literally, I remember that, and yeah, that was I that was quite literally. As of today, there's nothing left to confess. Two pathetic sins. Two pathetic sins from a young boy who was too dumb to know what he was doing. Yeah, there he is. If a fool wished to just destroy this man completely, there, the two sins that you can consume a young man with. Just a young boy makes a mistake. No, the thing is 16. Whatever. A man should not be destroyed 14 years down the road because of a foolish mistake he made when he was just a boy. Is what it is. So I love you, Kanna. You're my heart and soul, and you're everything to me. Just, literally, I need a few minutes. Hold on. Yeah, look, we've got, at this point, I believe I'm going to report this to the police. And they can do what they will. If they want to charge me for the thing the 19-year-old did, whatever. And if they want to, I don't think there's going to be anything really. Just, no, like literally. I don't think any good. You're probably right. I don't think any good would come of reporting this to the police. But you know what? I'm gonna phone.
That's what I'm afraid.
What's that?
I'm afraid it's gonna play against you.
But what if I stay here and they kill me, Kanna? What if I die?
They're not gonna kill. It's illegal to kill patients. I can tell you.
No. What if they do it with disease? What if they do it with disease, Kanna? What if the disease is here tomorrow, Kanna? What if the disease is here tomorrow, Kanna?
Otherwise, the hospital has to close completely, and it's a lot of money.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't, Kanna. None of it has to close. The hospital doesn't have to close. And I don't think, yeah, literally, we'll see, Kanna. It's a foolish gamble, I guess, but I'm going to report this to the police, and we'll see what they say. And literally, that's the end of it.
I think that's a mistake. I'm afraid they're gonna put you in difficult condition instead of somebody else. That's what I'm afraid
Really?
of.
You think that's what'll happen? Do you think, okay, Kanna, quite here, two choices, Kanna. One, these doctors are about to kill me with disease, is option one, and maybe I can save myself by calling the police. Option two, I report this to the police, and when they're supposed to save me, somehow I wind up dead. I don't know how or why, but maybe that's how it works. I don't like either option. I don't know what to do. I can sit here and see what the doctors do when they're obviously malicious. They obviously just want to hurt me and kill me. Or, no, bare minimum. They have gone on evidence from Aine that is very foolish, is the issue.
I cannot force you. I will.
No, just, Kanna, literally, what do you, Kanna, stop.
I think you should not call the police. I'm afraid police is gonna harm you than others. That's what I'm afraid of.
You think the police would harm me, not the doctors?
I think police is gonna make your life harder. That's what I think. Or you will have to.
You think I would be raped or killed in some way?
Not raped or killed, but I'm afraid if you call police, because you would be out by next week if you just stay there.
This is the thing. Yeah,
But
out by
let me
next week
just
means I'd be
finish. If you
dead
call
by next
police,
week is the issue.
They're gonna keep you there longer. That's what I'm afraid of.
Okay, well, hold on. I've already emailed. Okay, stop for a second. I've already emailed the tape of Anya's bullshit to Ross Anderson. I'm waiting on a comment from Ross. Ross, after listening to that tape, he must admit Anya has sick ass Alzheimer's, and that trial was.
Then
Okay,
why don't you wait to hear from him
stop.
first?
Can I explain why? Can you just let me talk?
Okay.
The reason is the following, Kanna. If the doctors have it in for me, I'll be dead by the time I'm released. A. Now, don't respond. Let me speak, for Christ's sake. Let me finish the sentence and then you can respond. There's two options here, and they're very serious. Option one, I sit here and see what the doctors have in store for me when I'm released. Yeah, that's option one. And it's not a good option. Like, literally, I would be gambling with my life, and calling the police might save me from being killed. Option two, there's a political conspiracy. I'm fucked over by the police. I probably, something really bad happens when I even remotely try to get action in court. Is the issue. Zero chance to win in court if politics are involved. Like, by definition, if politics are involved, I'm as good as dead either way. But yeah. So okay, literally, I guess there's two options here, and neither of them are very good. And
Can I say something?
yeah, but no, let me finish the statement, and then I'd like to hear your response. Okay, Kanna, here, literally, what do you think is a better option? Sit here and risk getting killed by these idiots with AIDS, which I don't probably. I think I'd be okay. I think I'd be okay. Like quite literally, I think I'd be okay. Or option B, call the police and ask for action in court. Ask for the police to do something in court. In which case, yeah, in a political system, asking the police to help you, yeah, I'm dead. Literally, raped to death in jail on false charges or shot or something. I don't, yeah, literally, nothing good. If politics are involved and the doctors are trying to kill me, then calling the police will kill me quicker. But, literally, now we're done this. We have two options. No,
What I would choose?
let me lay out the two choices, and you can tell me what you should choose. Literally, two choices, right off the bat. Option A: sit here and wait and see if the doctors kill me. I'm released in a week, and then I might have AIDS and I might die, and they might issue the order tomorrow or yesterday. And honestly, I don't think it would be either. Now that I'm talking to you and thinking about it, but option B, option fucking B. Call the police. If the doctors are planning anything, the police could actually help me. I remember when I was talking to the police officer, he looked at me with a sad look and said, actually, I think there might be many others like you. There might be many others like you. And he looked at me with sadness. He was not trying to, he said he wasn't trying to catch me on old 19-year-old Loki watches a CP once or some old corpse photos from, he wasn't trying to get me for that. I don't think they would kill me. Is the issue. Kanna, two options. No, but I'll lay them out and then respond. Option 1, risk being killed with disease or already dead of disease, and then get out and get a test and see where we're at. That's a good option. I can survive that. If I have AIDS, it's no big deal. I'd be dead in 10 years, and I could quite literally, I could adopt, and I could live a normal life. And maybe there'd be a cure one day. That's option 1. Or option B, yeah, risk dying. I call the police and ask for help in a corrupt political system. In which case, yeah, attempting to get the police to help. If politics are involved, well, yeah, if they're benevolent and trying to help me, then I'd be saved. I don't think they're benevolent. I don't think they're trying to help me. I wouldn't be saved. I'd be killed. But if they were actually doing the job and trying, yeah. If they were doing their job, I could be saved from this fate. If there's even a fate, oh yeah, neither one. There's neither one. Literally, but yeah, what do you think? What do you think is the best option?
Has ever police been helpful to you in your history?
Yes. That officer showed up to fuck me over when Anya was lying to them with her Alzheimer's bullshit, and he looked at me with a sad look on his face, and he gave me kind of a hustle. He's like, hey, I'm half on your side and half on Anya's side, and I'm not trying to get you on old CP charges. And then he looked at me and he said, he looked at me with sadness. No,
hospital.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they brought me in. I know quite later. If there's politics involved, that's why. But okay, so you believe it's best to just sit and wait and allow them to, if there's an execution on the way, then allow it to go through, and if I'm dead, well, we'll know who.
Because
okay, literally,
I'll tell you why. Every time with the police, you told me.
I'm listening, Kanna. No, at this point, I'm being silent and listening. Don't say your piece. I'm literally telling you I'm being silent. Tell me your piece. What do you think?
I would go for option A, because either way, you're gonna stay in hospital. The only option is this. Option A, you stay and you get out of the hospital in a week. Option B, you have police involved, you end up staying in the hospital much longer, who knows how long.
Yeah, you're right. Well, not in the hospital. No, I wouldn't be in hospital. I'd be put up on false charges and murdered in jail for things I never did if I called the police.
Not that, for hospital longer.
The hospital, if it was just a hospital for another 2 weeks, who gives a shit? Like, what does that matter? Hospital for 2 weeks,
it could be 2 weeks, and who knows how long. You won't be free I think you have to do everything to be
Yeah.
free from there. If you
You
have
know what,
police
Kanna? I think
involved
you actually
in
talk some
criminal,
degree of sense. Alright, alright, alright. You've convinced me. It's better to die of AIDS than. No, quite literally, Kanna. It's better to die of AIDS if killed by a doctor's fake ass orders and then come back later and say, hey, how'd I get this AIDS with immaculate just conception of AIDS? Like, literally, that would be a weird thing to explain. That's a weird option. But yeah, I have a chance of survival if that's how they're killing me politically. And then literally the option B, if they're killing me politically and I call the police, get ready for the false charges to roll in. You're guilty of a bunch of things you never did, and you're raped to death in jail for imaginary crimes to cover up politics. Yeah, Connor, you make a good point. If it's political murder for the
look,
doctors, fuck
need
it.
to slowly go. It's getting too
Yeah, no,
late and I still have
Connor,
work
I
to do. I'm
understand. Like,
sorry.
you're right. If it's
Okay?
political murder with the doctors,
I'll
I'm
talk
better
to
off.
you tomorrow.
Let
Okay?
me finish my sentence, and then you may go, Connor. If it's political murder with the doctors, then obviously better to take the doctor's execution than the police's execution. If it's political murder with the police, then yeah, I think you make you level a good
Loki,
point,
I'll have
Connor.
to say good night. It's getting too late
Okay,
for
Connor,
me. I
I'll call
really
you
need
when
to
you're
go.
in
Okay?
Winnipeg, and yeah, I think I'll stay in the hospital. I don't think anyone heard this, so I'll see you later, Connor. I love you. Bye. I think I'll
Good
be
night.
released in about 8 days. I'll be released, and I suspect I will be quite
Exactly.
well. And if I'm not well, yeah, like the doctors will not be well when I'm not well. But let's establish that first before you worry about. Yeah, you're right. Sit around and wait to
Good
be
night,
released is a way
Loki.
better
Good
option.
night.
Okay, talk to you later, Connor, and I
Bye
love
bye,
you.
Loki. Bye.
Hey, can I call you tonight or tomorrow or throughout the week when you're
Tomorrow
in
you can
Winnipeg?
call me, but tonight I have to
Okay,
really
I'll
finish
call you when you're
working.
in Winnipeg, and if this is the last time I ever hear from you, I love you more than anything, Connor
I'll
Endo
be
the
back.
murderer,
We'll see
and
each other. Okay?
Connor, if this is the last time I ever hear from you, I love you more than anything, Connor Endo the murderer, and almost more impressed if you are the murderer, because that would be
We will
devious.
talk again.
And option two, yeah. I'll call you when you're in Winnipeg, and then in a week I'll be
Bye
released,
bye,
and there ain't
Loki.
nothing.
I'm
There, yeah,
going.
there's no mental
Okay?
deterioration because no one heard this, and there's no AIDS because if there was, like the immaculate AIDS, is not a wise way to
Okay.
kill someone. And then
Good
like option
night.
three,
I'm hanging up.
Connor, I love you.
But I have
You're
to go,
silly,
Loki,
Connor.
please.
I'm saying goodbye.
You're not respecting my wishes
Connor,
at
I love you.
all. I need to
Goodbye.
go. Okay?
See you later.
Bye.
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 All right. Good point. Connor.